Good, great, and glorious day to you, co-creators. This is your boy, Corey Creech, the Ascending Master, and I want to thank you all so very much for joining me here on my channel. I want to lead by informing you all that all the information you need to find me, to support my channel, to follow me on all my other platforms can be found in the description box below. Every bit of me is bringing forth an astrological reading for the ascending sign, also known as the rising sign only for Cancer. This is every bit of the sign that depicts how it is you, Cancer, are coming off to those in your world, in your reality. This is every bit of the general and sometimes, most times, first impression that people get when you come into an experience with them. I believe this is important because every bit of you tends to react, tends to take notion of a change necessary in life by way of how you believe others to perceive you. And so if that is going to be at play here, every bit of me wants to provide a greater sense of clarity as we bring information from our spirit guides in relation to your ascendant sign, your rising sign. And so this is how we will do this particular reading. And please check out all the other astrological signs if your rising sign is not Cancer. Unfortunately, this is not pertaining to the sun, moon, or Venus. All right, without further ado, let us begin. Spirit, what is the current energy of our Cancers for the end of May 2022 going into June 2022? We thank you, we honor you, we adore you now. What is the current energy, Spirit, for Cancer rising? Beautiful. We have the Three of Cups. This is collaboration, teamwork with those that you have a deep sense of love and care for, and vice versa. This is the energy of someone who is perhaps needing to work with others, needing to collaborate, needing to reach out and ask for assistance and or help, not only from those you have a loving interest in terms of requited equal give and take, but perhaps this is the energy of you needing to pray, meditate, and ask for support and or guidance, insight from the divine, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors. You have that coupled with the Strength card. This is every bit of courage and strength with compassion, right? By way of authenticity, by way of gentleness. This is every bit of strength that is cultivated by someone else's belief of it being weakness, right? This is turning every bit of a situation upside down. Perhaps a situation that left you out in the cold, left you financially unstable, perhaps even homeless. Certainly a sense of loneliness. But this is why it starts with the Three of Cups, because there's people around you There's ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels that surround you, that want to see you gain courage, strength to pull yourself out of the cold, to persevere, never give up, to keep moving forward, onward, going after whatever it is that your heart desires. Cancer, this is how you are coming off in the world, right? So to those around you, you are someone who always finds themselves in collaboration with others. Someone who is always bringing in third parties, people who you deem to fall in love with you. And somehow you use it as your strength. Somehow you take advantage of those situations and you thrive from them, leaving them perhaps out in the cold, leaving them in a state of despair and or desperation, in a place whereby they are lacking financial stability. You moving forward and onward as someone who is always this victim, this wounded warrior, someone who is always taking the blows and never really finding their footing. Someone who utilizes their story to take advantage, to get ahead, right? This is the energy of someone who perhaps is always playing the victim, and you're wanting those around you to support you, to push you forward, onward, to have you not give up. Yeah, the Hierophant here. This is someone who has hidden information, someone who operates without telling the full truth. Someone who is stuck in their tradition, who's stuck in their way of thinking, someone who perhaps isn't willing to hear the advice of others, to take note and perhaps possibly do things differently. This is someone who's stuck in their old ways, in their same ways. Cancer, you're being seen as someone who is every bit of righteous, someone who thinks they do no wrong, someone who perhaps is closely connected with divine, with God. Ace of Wands, always being seen as someone who gets these abundantly new opportunities that lead to passionate new beginnings, making you look like someone meant for the limelight, someone who is expected to be a star, expected to be well known, loved by many. But it's because of the things that you do in secret, the things that are hidden to those around you, the things that you perhaps need strength and courage to speak, to voice, to give life to. Things that cultivated a birth of clever ideas, a love that was nurturing, caring, kind. Something that you took a great deal of time to acknowledge, to even go after, to return to. I have the energy of someone who wanted to birth new and abundant ideas. Someone who is needing to let go of things that they were attached to in the past. Someone who slowly, methodically, painstakingly walked away from what they thought to be an ultimate blessing. You have this Knight of Pentacles, and you can see that this person is walking away, and behind them, if you count, there's 10 pentacles there. But this person has an 11th pentacle attached to their back. This is every bit of them being seen as someone walking away knowing that they carry a divine blessing, that which they touch they will abundantly bless, turn into a multiplier of things. This person had to let go of something that they thought was to be stability because of something that they intuitively became aware of, something that kept them in a state of sleepless nights, locked away in their head, about their commitment to someone that they admired, someone that perhaps had an element of love and connection with. The fact that this is the Queen of Pentacles says that she's a committed woman, and so I feel and sense that this is someone that you were committed to, Cancer, and or this is the person that was committed to you. Someone walked away from someone here. And I feel like this is the changed energy from the High Priestess, the King of Wands, to the person that is in your story, Cancer, the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, walking away, letting go of something that they were attached to due to information that they gained via insight by way of using their intuition. Something that kept them with many sleepless nights, heartbroken, sad, depressed, over a commitment that they had with you. The Hanged Man, them being stuck to gain enlightenment, to receive insight from the divine, to be given a perspective that allows for them to not be so hard on oneself. You have the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Every bit of you and this person could be seen as those on the wheel receiving that which is due unto them, both good and bad karma. Perhaps, Cancer, you are receiving every bit of the energy of that which you've reaped. But I sense the energy of this Empress is receiving good karma. She is standing on the top of the wheel, having put in work, time, energy to perfect her craft, to change the outcome of a situation where there was not equal give and take, where she was not treated fairly, where she was intentionally wronged. Spirit, give us some more clarity on the energy of our ascending sign of Cancer, our rising sign of Cancer for May 2022 going into June 2022. We thank you, we honor you, and we adore you now. Any final messages, Spirit? We have the Ten of Swords. This speaks of betrayal, stabbed in the back, the ultimate upset and defeat, ending to something that only leads to new beginnings. Give us some clarity on this Ten of Swords, Spirit. Give us some insight on this Ten of Swords. We thank you, we honor you, we adore you now. And again, this is how you're being perceived, Cancer. So either you are someone who betrays others, who stab people in the back, who go to great lengths to see themselves in lights that are not of your own. Every bit of you are standing in this energy that the world typically and or tends to see you in. Someone that they cannot trust. Someone that truly doesn't care for the people beyond their own personal benefit. You cannot live a life whereby no one else matters. Whereby you pretend to be something that you're not. You are in this energy of someone who is needing to heal after a time of great heartbreak and pain, sadness and sorrow, being left out in the cold. You are probably in this energy of isolation, of keeping yourself distant from those you would typically find yourself around, those you've walked away from, waiting for your time to step back out and give this journey we call life another chance at having you being whomever you were meant to be. Forgiving yourself. Seeking forgiveness. Changing the scenario and story. Let's get some clarity on this Ten of Swords, Spirit. We thank you, we honor you, and we adore you now. Here's some clarity on this Ten of Swords. We have Seven of Cups. It was a betrayal due to someone who had many illusions, secrets, lies. Someone who was unable to tell the truth, to come forward and speak truth. Perhaps this person lied about the connection, lied about the person that they ended up leaving, and or the person that they find to be their soulmate. Someone that perhaps manifested their karma by doing spell work and or low vibrational incantations that certainly did not favor well for this person or these people. Someone that they admired. Someone that you admire, Cancer. Someone that perhaps set boundaries and did not allow for the energy of things that they didn't want, low vibrational, to enter into their energy. This was a Queen of Wands, someone who was a warrior, someone who knew their power and potential and was not afraid to use it. The Sun card is here. This is someone who is in an energy of joy, love, self-love, and inspiration. This is someone who is vibrating high, whose happiness comes from within. Someone who is connected to divine, receiving great insight. Someone who lost in a conflict over that which they perhaps deemed to be head over heart. Someone who they lost at the sacrifice of this connection. A Knight of Wands energy, someone who was quick to come in and quick to leave. Someone who was just charismatic, flirtatious, vibrant. Six of Cups, someone from their past. Someone that they have memories of nostalgia, not being able to let go of past experiences. This is the Six of Wands here. Someone who is either seen as a victor. Perhaps this is someone who is just being seen and recognized by many people in their peer groups, in their community. Someone who is taking a stance, stepping on stage, voicing their opinion, their experience, and their knowing. Any final messages for my fellow rising sign of Cancer? We thank you, Spirit. We honor you and we adore you now. Cancer, continue to emulate the energy of your counterpart. Raise your vibration so that your happiness comes from within and not based on the conditions of the world around you. Allow for every bit of judgment to act itself out in your reality so that you can come out of these low vibrational energies, so that you can perhaps stand in your truth, become victorious by way of your own journey, understanding everything that is meant for you to understand and learn. May we be forever grateful for the energies of this reading, for every bit of the messages of clarity brought on by Spirit. You have the Temperance here, which speaks of someone having balance, taking control over balancing out the energy, someone who is tapped into the divine. This is the energy of someone who perhaps is praying and asking for Spirit to step in, to give them victory as they move on along their journey, along their path to the pinnacle of their greatness. This is every bit of advising energy. I'm feeling, Cancer, you need to truly pray and continue to seek, petition for your spirit guides, for your guardian angels, for your ancestors to aid you in balancing out your energy and bringing a close to past actions, behaviors, and debts. allowing you to hop on the chariot and move on in your life, leaving all that no longer serves you behind. Every bit is something that I know you are quite capable of doing. I honor each and every one of you. I thank you again for joining me here on my channel. If you found that this video was beneficial to you in any way, please don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, family, loved ones, co-workers, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you may be notified anytime I upload new content. Continue to follow me on my other platforms as my channel grows, as my content becomes more readily available and accessible to each and every one of you. I love you. And remember, until next time, I am forever grateful and willing to show up as a beautiful reflection of each and every one of you. Namaste.